That's really weird.
That's one of the most bizarre things we've captured in years, I think. Like, I have chills all over me right now. Like, my hair is standing up because of how creepy that is.
The saying is that when they walked through Tower 7, they lost their souls. It became its own hell on earth.
This prison was built to tame the Wild West.
And they knew when they came through that door that this became the world.
There's a lot of paranormal activity that's said to be housed inside these walls.
Is there somebody down in the mess hall? Whoa!
That was the other one.
What did we just capture? What the f?
Whoa! Whoa!
How was that?
Whoa! Did that just say we're innocent?
It's just said we're innocent.
Wow.
Oh! Hello?
I saw a shadow just before all this stuff went off.
There's a voice there.
There is. Hold on.
I kind of feel like we may have recorded something that we were not supposed to record there.
Howdy, partner. We're in Deer Lodge, Montana, and we're investigating a Wild West prison.
I gotta go.
Hey everyone, welcome to Deer Lodge, Montana. We are getting ready to investigate a very historically important building here in Deer Lodge.
Oh yeah.
This place opened in the 1870s. Before the state of Montana even joined the United States, it was the Montana Territory back then.
You don't say.
It was.
Wow.
And the thing about this is we're on a Wild West road trip with Allison and Cag for Adelaide Haunted Horizons. And in the history of the Wild West, the Montana State Prison is very important because this prison was built specifically as an attempt to tame the Wild West.
That's a hard undertaking.
And I think they failed.
They did.
But this was eventually transformed when the state of Montana joined the United States. It then actually became the state prison for the state of Montana and was used until 1979 when it finally closed.
I remember that year.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good year.
It was a good year.
But I will tell you, this place is known for paranormal activity. There's a lot of stories of apparitions being seen, of even people hearing phantom screams, slamming doors. I mean, people being affected. There's a lot of paranormal activity that's said to be housed inside these walls.
A whole bevy of things.
Bevy, we're expanding our vocabulary now.
That's right.
But let's pull out the thesaurus, guys, or a dictionary, and please tell me, what does bevy mean? So, there are many buildings around here, and we're going to be sharing the space once again with Adelaide Haunted Horizons, Allison and Cag, and they are going to join us, we're going to join them, and we're going to investigate the spirits, ghosts, and hauntings of the Montana State Prison.
That's right. Make sure you like the video, go subscribe to Adelaide Haunted Horizons, and watch until the end of this video because it helps the channel out more than you know.
It does, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because this adventure is going to be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Let's delve into some of these cells, these halls, these haunted areas inside the Montana State Prison.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's go.
We have a lot of experience investigating prisons, so we know very well the type of dark history that fuels the hauntings inside a building, where dangerous criminals are locked up in isolation, allowing their anger to spiral out of control.
The saying is that when they walked through Tower 7, they lost their souls. You could no longer see anything outside of the prison because the walls were so high, and it became its own hell on earth, so to speak.
Being open for 100 years, the Montana State Prison saw everything from Wild West outlaws to modern gang members. But there's one unique piece of history that even shocked us. This prison was very dangerous for staff and administration. In 1908, 4 inmates attacked the warden and deputy warden, leaving Warden Conley hospitalized with 103 stitches and Deputy Warden Robinson dead. And in the end, 2 of the 4 attackers were executed by hanging on the yard of this prison, and the warden made sure he was in attendance. In 1959, a small group of inmates started a prison riot that would end up spreading and lasting 36 hours, with multiple guards taken hostage, including the warden, and Deputy Warden Ted Roth murdered. The history of this prison is dark indeed, and the places we'll be searching for paranormal activity tonight are all terrifying in their own way. The largest remaining cell block was completed in 1912 to replace the decaying and outdated cells of the past. This is the cell block where the famous 1959 riot raged, where inmates held officers hostage, threatening them with gasoline and fire. And to this day, it's said that voices can be heard echoing through the rows of cells. Shadows are seen wandering the tiers. And famously, the spirits of inmates are known to grab unsuspecting guests as they explore the quiet remains of this prison. Then, there's the cafeteria, where inmates gathered peacefully most days to eat their meals, but also where fights broke out, assaults and murders occurred, and riot negotiations raged. There's even an isolated guard tunnel behind the wall, where on a normal day, officers would hide, watching the inmates through a tiny slot. But this is also where the warden stood, attempting to negotiate with enraged inmates during the 1959 riot. And then just down the halls are the showers, dangerous in their own right, as inmates gather during a vulnerable time. But behind the walls of the showers is something even more daunting. The hole. This hidden room underneath the floor was isolated, dark, and horrifying. Inmates locked in their concrete confinement all day and night, and day and night, in total darkness. The only time the lights came on was when another prisoner was escorted down here for their torturous isolation. Even with the inmates gone, many people believe the anger and rage that was felt inside these tiny spaces is still here, trapped inside the walls. But the hole wasn't the only confining and archaic cells this prison had. Hidden behind the back wall of the prison with its very own tiny recreation yard sits a solitary confinement cell block with peculiar origins. It was completed in 1907 for the women incarcerated at the Montana State Prison. The idea was to keep them separate and safe from the men. But the result was confinement. While the men got to work construction jobs in and outside of the institution, the women couldn't leave this space. Their tiny cell block building locked them away from the world they once knew, and their only relief was a tiny recreation yard with walls so high the only thing that they could see was the sky. Things remained this way until 1959, when they moved the women outside of the walls, and this building took on an even more punitive function. That's when it became solitary confinement. Much like the hole, these cells were dark and without a toilet, although they did have a cot to lay on. When inmates became too dangerous, they could even be chained to the wall in here. The hallways inside this cell block are narrow, and just as dark as the cells themselves due to the distinct lack of windows anywhere. For any distraught prisoner, this was their nightmare. Because of this, the isolated cell block is said to be one of the most haunted cell blocks inside the Montana State Prison. We came here tonight to wander these halls where Montana's most dangerous people were once locked up, in search of real paranormal activity to prove that these ghost stories are more than just legend. This is the haunting of Montana State Prison.
All right, Ryan, here we are. It's the first session.
It is. We are getting started in the 1912 Cellblock building. We have equipment set up here on the first and second tier, and we're going to be kind of moving throughout to see what we can pick up and see what we can capture. This is the same building where in 1959 the inmates started a riot, the most notable riot in the history of the Montana State Prison, and they took 26 hostages and actually murdered the deputy warden of the prison during that riot. So there's a lot of history with that in this building, and the riot ended when the warden ordered for a rocket launcher or an RPG to be fired into the side of the building. So just imagine the energy that's kind of trapped in this building from that. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it really is.
All right. If there's anyone here with us.
Sorry, I don't mean to take over. Can you just all walk back there again? And do exactly what you did, all three of you.
Whoa.
All right.
Hi.
What did you see?
Second level.
Oh,
Oh.
Hello?
Okay, I saw a figure,
I got her.
shadow, just before all this stuff went off.
Did you?
I didn't see it on this floor though, I saw it up there. That's why I want you all to move to see if it was your shadow, but it's not. And then all this went off.
Wow.
And I don't see things.
Can you step back away from that? I know I haven't pointed into your cell, but
If you don't like that there, you can push it off.
We've only just begun investigating, and already strange things have started to happen. Allison saw a shadow on the second tier on this part of the wall, and this camera's in a perfect place to capture whatever it is that she witnessed. Except, CAG steps right in front of it, blocking our view of that wall at the exact moment Allison sees the shadow. This leaves us with a couple of explanations. Either CAG's shadow was cast from the light of the camera's LCD screen, and that is the shadow that Allison saw. Or Allison just witnessed some sort of apparition, and we didn't capture it. We have no way of knowing since we don't know what the shadow looked like, but it is very strange that both the REM pod and the paranormal music box alarmed right after Allison saw this shadow.
Oh.
hello?
Okay, I saw a figure,
I got her.
shadow, just before all this stuff went off. And nobody moving around has cast a shadow on this level, but nobody moving around.
How high was it?
It was on the second level.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was just this, where I saw it was the white part of the wall between, above, I can't even see the cell numbers.
107, 108.
It would be the white wall between these two cells here. So it was just on the white bit there, and it was like a shadow, but the shape of a person. That's why I tried to get, because you'd moved. I was trying to get you to move again, and then everything went off down here. So
Yeah,
that was really weird.
Yeah, it was like the REM pod went first, this REM pod sitting on this,
Yeah,
and then that went off.
and then that all went glitchy,
And what's completely shocked me is that these guys, you think they'd want to touch that one because this one's the one that has the whiskey on it.
But interesting where that went off. It's below, directly below where I saw the shadow above it.
Yeah.
That is fascinating.
So
Don't be alarmed. We set these things up for you to interact with them and try to figure them out and what they do. So if we seemed a little aggressive, our apologies.
We really are nice guys. We don't want to disrespect you. This is your house, obviously.
I think right where that cell that Allison saw that.
yeah.
Do you want to go up to that cell?
109. What's your name? Can we come up and visit you in your cell?
Would you like one of the ladies to come up and visit? Come and sit in that cell with you.
I see a cabinet door in your cell there. If you'd like these ladies to come up and say hello to you, can you slam that cabinet door shut? That was a noise. Go ahead and close that cabinet door and we'll send them up. I'm watching, so I'm just waiting for you to do it. Or if you're not able to do that, touch the red light down here again like you did before. And we'll send a couple of ladies up to your cell.
Yeah, we'll come up and spend some time with you. Happy to do that. But we need to know you're there.
Or there's another one right here on your tier. If you don't want to come downstairs. You can touch that one.
There's just no way that anything outside could have casted a shadow. Because
I don't know. As I said, you've got walls all the way around.
Yeah, and those lights are up top on the wall. Mm-hmm. Like you can
It
see.
wasn't
Whoa.
in the, you know how you got the light on the wall there through the windows on this bit?
Yeah.
It wasn't in that section. It was in the white bit between the two doors that has no light on it.
Oh, okay.
That's where I saw it.
And you can see outside, these lights are up high on the wall.
So if it was outside, you would have thought it would have been where the light is on the wall from the windows.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could have been a trick of the eye, but just weird how everything went off as soon as I
Very weird.
saw it as well.
Yeah, because that equipment hasn't been off at all, does it, while you were
That's-
sitting?
That was you.
That was me, sorry. I'm going to take your whiskey here. You had your chance. And I'm going to move it down here. I just set some whiskey there. If you want it, it's yours. All you got to do is pick it up and have a drink. We're not going to rat you out.
Did you hear that?
It was a loud noise.
Sounded like it came from all the way down at the end down here.
Don't be afraid. Come on down here and talk to us.
Oh, this is what's the name? Cell, isn't it? I wonder if it was his cell.
What?
Yeah, this is the cell that they have Turkey Pete's stuff up in. I don't know if it was his cell or if it was... But you can see they have it kind of set up to be. And they have a picture of Turkey Pete on the back wall here.
Well, Turkey Pete, I've still got the bridge for sale if you want it. Just have to let us know. If you make a noise, a light up for me. We can have discussion about a bridge. Some good real estate.
Did y'all know Turkey Pete? Can you knock back? Oh,
Motorbike. Is it?
I think I woke up a pigeon.
Oh, is that a pigeon? Sound like a motorbike taking on.
Way to go, Dave. You woke up the pigeons.
I'm pigeons going, what on earth was that? I was nodding nicely.
Do we want to take one of the ladies up there and have two of us stay down here and two of us go up?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Who want? Ooh, do you hear that? Who wants to go up?
Do you want to go up, Alison? No, I can stop
No,
down
I
here.
don't mind. You can go up.
I'll stay down here.
Since I saw it. Oh. Ow.
They're on their way.
Hello? I'm coming to spend a bit of time with you. Is that all right? I saw you.
What? Was that you?
What?
You didn't hear that noise? I thought I heard a loud noise down in front of you.
I don't know, I was talking at the time. Was it this one?
Yes, that one.
It would have been.
No, it was this.
It would have been that one right there.
It was this between the, yeah. Not much room in here. Do you mind if I come in? I would just sit down and spend some time with you. It's squeaky in here. Must be noisy to sleep on this bed. What if I put this here? Maybe you can talk to me through that. All right. I thought I saw a gentleman walking past. I just couldn't help but come and say hello. But it's not often you get a lady coming in here. Did he have a girlfriend or a wife?
Which one was that?
That was the REM pod that went off before.
Yeah, the one that you have the whiskey on.
Yeah.
Yeah? You like that whiskey? It's yours.
We should have brought the whiskey up with us. We could have sat here and had a drink together. Would you like us to do that? Sit down, have a drink together. It's a special privilege having a lady in your cell. Although I'm not sure.
Don't know how special that was.
I gotta say, he's probably going to, please, it's not that special. Just get her
He
out.
probably wants to go in the hold instead.
Well, I think it's special being in here with you. You're not even going to say a word on this for me? Anything? Even if it's to say get out. You say get out and I'll leave. I'll leave you in peace. No, don't want to talk?
All right, I've moved it into your cell. Maybe you'll feel a little more comfortable
Maybe it wasn't
grabbing
this
it
cell.
that way.
Maybe it was a different cell. So where I saw it would have been between here.
Doomed.
Doomed. Now I'm out. It's talking. Which is interesting because it wasn't working properly in there. But in this one. Oh, this one's warmer. That one's cold in there.
Was this the cell that the shadow was in that Allison saw?
Is this your room?
If there's anybody here, go and pull Allison's hair because she's very precious about it.
I'll tell you what, if you talk to me through this, I'll stay in here with you for a bit. Maybe it's not me you want to talk to, maybe you want to talk to one of the boys. No words at all in there. I'll walk out here. What if I don't go into your cell?
Close.
Yeah, close. What if we stand out here instead? Maybe these aren't your cells and you're not allowed in somebody else's cell. You rather talk out here? Any of you can come and talk. Anything? No.
It's interesting though that it said close.
All right. I
Right
came in
when
here to
you-
have a
We're standing right where
talk
you saw
with
the
you.
shadow.
It's interesting that the only time we've really got words is when I've stepped out of the cells and not in the cells.
Mm-hmm.
if you want to have a chat and a drink, pick up that drink right there.
What's that? Did you hear that?
That wasn't you?
No. And it's not, it's from down, that's the dining room way that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
From that end. What's that? What's that?
I heard something, but I don't know what it was.
It was down from that, it was down that way.
That other
Dave's
camera.
just over here, so I would have known if it was
Well, that
him.
other camera should have
Came
gone
from
there.
behind me.
Whoa.
Well, what was
Where
that?
was it at?
Was that
Came
you
from
said?
down that way. Did you hear it?
Like a dragging sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear that.
I heard it too. I thought it was like you scooting your feet
Yeah.
across the floor down there.
No, he was sat down there. He was in the cell. It wasn't him. So it came from the dining room way.
Who's in here? Is there somebody down in there? That was a really weird noise.
Remember, that's where I said we heard that bang earlier when we were doing our B-roll.
Oh, yeah.
I said there was a big bang came from the dining area.
That's right.
And none of us were anywhere near it.
Is there somebody down in the mess hall? Whoa.
That was the other way.
Did you hear how loud that was?
Yeah.
Are you just playing games with us now?
Are we keeping you up? Is it time for bed? Well, we're sorry that we're keeping you awake. We're just trying to have a conversation with someone.
These cells down here are caged in. I don't know what that means.
Oh.
Was this protective custody? Is this where they kept those pigeon stools? Stool pigeons?
Pigeon stools.
Pigeon stools.
Same as pigeon droppings.
That's right. Strike that in reverse at
I'm
IU.
just going to keep... Ooh.
This is not where they kept the pigeon feces.
I bet you 5, 7, and 9 were all snitches, right?
Anybody down here? We heard sounds down here.
Were y'all stool pigeons?
All quiet. Nobody wants to talk to me?
How come you gentlemen are being so quiet now?
Dig.
Dig.
What about this thing right here? I'm pointing at it. If you don't like that thing, or if you do like that thing, could you just push that right off of there for me? I want to see you do that. Just give it a swift kick. I don't think there's anyone here tonight, Cag.
No. No, I agree.
Maybe there's somebody here who
Being
used to
awful
work here.
quiet if they are.
Got a frog in my throat. Oh dear. Very disrespectful.
What's
maybe,
that?
maybe the fact that there's nobody who wants to talk to us.
Oh, I know.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. That's brilliant.
Are
Thanks
you
for
from
that.
here?
I'm not.
What is this?
I'm not
Did
from
you?
here. No.
If you... Thank you. That's brilliant. Thank you for that. That's much appreciated. Oh, you're my favourite.
You like Cag's voice?
Would you mind just stepping back away from it just for a little while for me, please? Just a little bit. Just step back just for a little while for me. Step right back. Don't make me come and turn it off. I'll come and turn it off if you don't move away. Okay, I'll come and turn it off then. Come on, turn it off. Move away, back to the back wall. Have I got to come over there?
Amanda.
Amanda?
Amanda.
Who's Amanda?
Can you stop it? I mean, there's nothing in there that can set that off, is there?
No.
Mm-mm.
Can you just move away from it, please? Right away. Right to the back wall. Else I'm going to get a guard.
It is such a confined space, and there's so much. That thing has a pretty wide
Do you want me to
range on
reset
it
it?
when you get in front of it.
That's been so quiet for so long.
I know.
There's no reason for that to turn on. Is there?
I heard something. What was interesting is when that started going off, she started to get words for the first time coming through that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like GhostTube has been so quiet, and then that started to go off, and we started to get words way down
I've
there.
got 2 sentences.
I'm surprised the guy in number 9 there hasn't picked up that whiskey.
You need to be quick.
She told me.
She told me. You need to be quick for that whiskey because Cag will get it.
Well, I did tell
Disagree.
them.
No, disagree.
No, I'll tell you, I'll beat you to it.
Now it's chatty.
If you don't want that whiskey, I'm going to get it.
She's terrible. Can't trust her with anything,
No.
especially whiskey.
I'm not sure.
If you're not going to get it, I'm going to help myself. You've had your chance. If you like the light up with the whiskey on it, then I'll leave it. Otherwise, I'm just going to come and help myself.
Go take it, Cag.
Coming to get it.
Cag and me are going to take it and we're going to go off to our room.
Yeah. You're going to let a girl take your whiskey? Seriously? It's me. It's mine. If you want it back, you're going to have to let me know. I've got the whiskey. So light up a light if you want it back. Otherwise...
Oh, you can tell us on this.
What happened to me?
I'm not sure.
I don't know what happened to you, but you're now whiskeyless.
I was hoping you could tell us what happened. What do you remember? What's the last thing you remember? That's
Sound like footsteps. Are you walking down there?
Come on down this
Behind
way,
you.
please.
behind you.
You're in here? Whoa, tripwire just went crazy.
Come on, I've got the whiskey. Come and get it.
Somebody's just come up to get it then.
Come and take it out my hand. It's all
Hell.
yours.
Hell.
Hell would freeze over before I drank it, but anyway. Come and get it. I would drink it out of spite. It's all yours. But you gotta come and get it.
At this point, everything within the 1912 cell house falls quiet. Allison and Cag even offer to step outside to see if their absence will provoke some activity, but nothing happens. So it's time to split up. The ladies will be heading off to the solitary confinement building, formerly the women's cell house, to investigate one of Montana State Prison's most intense hauntings. So make sure, as soon as this video ends, that you go over and subscribe to Adelaide Haunted Horizons to see what they capture. And Dave and I, well, we're gonna go spend some time in the Hole, a feared punishment area where isolation, darkness, and discomfort drove men to madness. This is known by many to be one of the most terrifying places inside the prison.
Down to the hole we go.
Rolling.
All right, rolling on my end too. Whew. It is kind of creepy down here.
It is.
It's kind of hard to believe that, punitive punishment back in the earlier years, in the years that this prison was open, was a lot different. So these cells would have been shut. They would have been sentenced 1, 2, 3 days in here, shut in. It would be dark. They'd have to sleep on the floor. They'd have nothing but a honey pot in there, which is basically a bucket to do their business in. So, these types of punishment areas, I'm sure, hold a lot of energy.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the weirdest part to me about this is that it is directly beside the showers, which we have a camera set up in the showers as well. So, who knows? Just imagine you're sitting in here locked in, and all you can hear is the other prisoners, the other inmates out there getting their showers.
Yeah, getting to get clean.
While you're sitting in your own filth.
It's kind of messed up.
Yeah, we have four cells. 3 of them we have access to. 2 of them, 1 right here. And then we have 2 on the other side over here. Is there anyone in here who wants to talk to us? I read that you were forbidden to speak to one another between the cells.
Hi. My name is Dave.
My name's Ryan. Yeah, recorder. Let's set the epoch up in here really fast. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put another light in here you can use to speak to us. Rolling EVP session. Placing inside the cell. Stepping outside. Whoa. Thank you.
Can you tell us your name, please? Are you trapped in that cell?
That is wild.
Are you happy to have some people down here to talk to? Epoch said yes.
Wow.
So to us, that light that you're lighting up there is green and yellow, red and purple. Are you able to see those colors?
No. Epoch lit up no. Thank you. Could you step back away from that for just a second so we can ask a question? That is maxed out. What the f?
Could you please take a step back from that light for just one moment? Thank you. Epoch said yes. Now, right there beside that on the ground, there's a tiny little red light. If you talk to that, we can hear you. Can you tell us your name?
That was me whispering and saying, whoa. How long were you in here?
Did they treat you poorly in here? Okay, if you're still there, you can light up that light again. Like you were. Is it nice to have some light in your room? have such a weird feeling over here to my right.
I had the same feeling when we walked in here at first.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I almost set up a piece of equipment over there because I was like, this is a very strange feeling over here. I'm going to listen back to this ending.
Here.
Let's say I can hold that. Like that.
Reviewing this EVP session was tough. When we set up the recorder, we had no idea the REM pod was going to be triggered so intensely, and with the recorder being right next to it, the sound of the REM pod is loud. So to save your ears, I'm just going to skip forward. But headphone users beware, even in this short clip of importance, there are points where the REM pod is obnoxiously loud.
What was that? It completely... Listen to it.
What's that whispering?
It's like the sound of the REM pod disappeared. Wait, what was that? Yeah.
There's a voice there.
There is. Hold on. That's like the weirdest thing I think I've ever had with this recorder.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so loud it's making that peak out or what.
I don't know, but it's like when the sound of it peaks out, you can still hear us. Mm-hmm. Like the sound of the REM pod disappears and you can still hear us. And then there's a whispering that comes through. That's in the shower. Okay. Come on down here. That is... I've never seen that. I'm going to have to review that back and see if the REM pod is still going off when it disappears from the audio recorder, when the sound of the REM pod just cuts out. And it has this weird aquatic sound to it. And then you hear the whispering within. What have I done? Something. What am I doing here?
Could be. Now hold on.
Okay.
Because that REM pod went absolutely like to the max level that it can.
Mm-hmm.
What if it was like some sort of portal-y thing?
I mean, it could be.
And we were hearing the talking within the portal.
That would be so creepy because I know for a fact that REM pod was still going off when you asked, can you take a step back from that?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't hear it on here anymore. You can even hear you talking.
Yeah.
And asking them to step back, but you can't hear the REM pod on the recorder anymore. Like, I have chills all over me right now. Like, my hair is standing up because of how creepy that is.
Yeah, that's really weird.
We have to show that to Allison and Cag when we see them next.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that happen on a digital audio recorder before. Because if it's over-modulating the sound, you're not going to be able to hear anything. If it's maxing out the speakers, you shouldn't be able to hear anything.
No.
And you can hear you asking it to step back away from it so clearly, but you can't hear the REM pod on here anymore.
That's bizarre. And it hasn't gone off since.
No. The one up in the shower did. You want to switch back? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. It's like something in there was manifesting or manifested as we set that in there. And you had the recorder going. And I don't know if it was just like there was so much energy in there that it was affecting that recorder.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that?
I don't know. I was out in the showers.
I kind of feel like we may have recorded something that we were not supposed to record there.
That's great. Yes. I missed that epoch response, but it said yes.
Yeah.
What's wild to me, again, if it is what you said, that we captured some sort of manifestation or some sort of like portal opening of some kind, if you believe in that sort of thing, it sounds to me like on that recording, it sounds like someone says, "What am I doing here?"
Right.
If that is what it says,
Time travel.
yeah, something. Maybe some other dimension? I mean, like, what am I doing here? They pop into a prison and they're in this little concrete room. Or maybe it's some sort of entity manifesting and then it's like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
I have never. That is like... What did we just capture?
I don't know. And I also want to say that to me, I don't know about to you, but to me, it feels like we've been down here for an hour.
Yes.
Look how long we've been down here.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. That's really weird.
That's one of the most bizarre things we've captured in years, I think. That has to be one of the most bizarre things we've captured in years. I mean, not only was the REM pod going off, but the epoch was reacting and responding.
Mm-hmm.
And then that really bizarre thing on the audio recorder. I mean, can you tell us what happened? What did we just witness?
Do another recorder.
Do another recorder? Yeah. We never actually finished listening to the end of this one, but we can always do that later. Rolling EVP, placing back down in the cell. What did we just experience? What did we just capture?
Did we record your dimension?
Did you attempt to show yourself in that cell?
Did your life end in that cell right there? Is it okay that we're here talking to you? Are you still here listening to us?
Do we live on somehow after this existence, after the existence that we are living right now? Stomach. I'm gonna stop on this. Good place to stop there at the end so I know which one is my stomach. I would say, do you want to walk this direction to see? But I don't want to leave that without a camera.
I can leave this on it.
Can you see the epoch if you do that? Yeah, you sure can. Let's walk. Let's go ahead and walk around these other cells. Leave this one by itself and see if there's anything that uses that equipment.
Yeah, let's do it. I wonder whose cell this was here. We left a music maker in there for you. If you'd like to hear some music while you're doing your stent down here, all you have to do is step in front of it. Here, look, I'll show you what it sounds like. See how I'm just standing here? I don't even have to touch it. Now it's your turn. Can you do that? You've all got devices in your cells, so you can all feel free to try and pick them up and see what they do. They won't hurt you. I still can't get over that. That was so weird.
That was. It's like one of those things where it's like, as soon as it happens, the energy is like sucked out of the room.
Yes. Yep.
And that's kind of how I feel down here now, is it's like, when we came down here, it felt heavy and charged and like...
It did.
And now it just feels... I don't want to say calm, because this was probably never a calm place. But it feels what you would expect it to feel like.
Yeah, just a more even feeling.
We have to film Allison and Keg's reaction to that, though, and let us, so they can tell us what they think.
Yeah, absolutely. Should we go try and find them, or?
Yeah, maybe we could leave this here, take this camera, do like a mini abandonment in the showers and the hole here.
Yeah.
And while we're gone, going to ask them what they think. See what these cameras pick up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because I'm not sure we're going to have the ability to do a normal abandonment tonight.
No. Now they said they were going
To
over
the women's. To the women's in solitary.
Let's pull this shut and hook it so we know nobody's in there.
Okay.
I wonder if they've made it over here yet.
I'm sure. It's been 30 minutes. It's interesting though, because if we would have gone back with them and taken a break like they were gonna do, or like they did, we wouldn't have been down there for that.
No. There was some reason that we were supposed to go down there and experience that.
Yeah. Allison? Cag? Sorry to scare you. We just have to come in here and tell you about this. We just had the wildest experience of the entire trip.
Why?
In the hull.
Yeah.
So we set up REM pods in each cell, and we just started. We literally had just started. And we were like, okay, we have devices in each cell. Set one off to let us know where you are.
Be aware you're live on. Is that all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Whoa.
The hell was that?
Whoa.
That cat ball just fell off
I
of there.
was just standing here.
Yeah, that cat ball just fell off of there.
There,
Did your
we
camera
went
capture
over-
that?
No, it's pointed in that direction.
Whoa.
Would yours have caught it?
No,
The sound of it.
facing you.
I watched it with my eyes just light up and roll off of there, though. I didn't have a chance to pan to it, though.
I didn't knock because I was stood out the way.
Yeah, you weren't anywhere near
You were
it.
standing here.
Yeah, you weren't even near it. Look how much space is between her and that door.
Be aware you're live on. Is that all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Whoa.
The hell was that?
Whoa.
That cat ball just fell off
I
of there.
was just standing here.
Yeah, that cat ball just fell off of there. And on the audio recorder, the sound of the REM pod just disappears, even though we know that it's going off.
Oh, wow.
And then you hear a whispering voice.
You're joking.
I'm serious. Let me
It's
find it.
Creepy.
one of the weirdest things that we've ever
Wrong one.
had happen.
For sure. That's me.
No, it's still going.
The REM pod is still going, and you hear that whispering voice.
What the? Wow.
Isn't that creepy? I'm sorry.
Wow. Yeah, that was creepy.
That's so strange. We'll let you guys get back to it.
Yeah, we'll let you guys get back to your session.
Yeah, that's great.
Because we wanted your opinion on it, and
Yeah.
we couldn't wait. We were like, we gotta go.
Yeah,
No, that's
brilliant.
fine.
So-
Yeah.
That is superb.
That's- And they do it again.
I know. Take over again.
Take over again.
You had a cat
Get
ball
the
just
good-
fly.
And we never got it on video, so it didn't happen. Did it? You don't catch it on video, David.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Your live wasn't pointed at it?
No. Everything is pointed was pointed in this direction.
Oh no, the one thing out of all
One thing,
frames.
that'll be the one thing tonight.
And it's like PQ hogs the spirits again.
Again.
Yeah.
Well, if the spirits are here, you need to knock that cat ball off there.
No, that's brilliant, guys. Well, thank you.
This is so exciting to us, because in this moment we genuinely feel like we captured something strange and otherworldly. The way the sound of the REM pod cuts out from the recorder and the whispering voice just has us scratching our heads. But as paranormal investigators, we have to explore all options. So let's pull out a REM pod and the recorder and test this again at home. All right, so I'm sitting here in the Paranormal Quest and Coffee and Scream office, and I have a little story to tell about this recording that we captured at the Montana State Prison in the hole. Now, like I'd said in the voiceover, it was so bizarre, so strange, we thought we'd truly captured something otherworldly. And then on one of the next investigations we went on when we were setting up the equipment, I was like, you know what, I'm curious to see if this was caused by something explainable. And I tested it out. And let me just show you what I'm talking about here. So right here in front of me, I have a REM pod, and I have the exact digital audio recorder that we captured this strange sound on. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the REM pod and turn up the range to the exact range that it was on when we captured this strange REM pod activity, which we still have no idea what could have caused the REM pod to act the way that it did, but I figured something out with this recorder. So you can see you got the range up. Recording, this is REM pod test in the office. So setting it down within a similar proximity to what it was at whenever we were there at the Montana State Prison. Ending. So let's listen to this back and see if it did the exact same thing.
So, setting it down, within a similar proximity to what it was at whenever we were there at the Montana State Prison.
So there you go, there you have it. On the highest frequency that the REM pod alarms at, this audio recorder, because it was made, gosh, I'm not even sure what year this audio recorder came out, it would have not had the frequency range to actually capture how high this REM pod alarm or chime actually goes. So it was not strange that this audio recorder cut out when the REM pod hit its highest point of alarm. Now, what was causing the REM pod to alarm so strongly is still a mystery to us, but at least we know that that is not mysterious. And as far as the voice that was captured on that audio recorder when this REM pod was alarming at its max, the footage tells the story. At that exact moment that we thought we captured that strange voice, I mumbled, "What the f***" under my breath.
That is maxed out. What the f***?
Could you please take a step back from that light for just one moment?
And because this was having trouble capturing the audio of this, it muffled my voice, making it sound different. So yeah, the voice in the audio recorder in that moment, nothing about that was unexplainable, but that REM pod activity is still some of the most interesting REM pod activity that we have captured on an investigation to this day. But that audio recording is debunked.
Dude, we gotta go over in there after this because for our next session. I watched that cat ball fall off with my eyes.
Yeah, I saw it light up and hit the ground. You watched it with your eyes. There's definitely something in there too.
Yeah.
So, I don't
I
know.
wish I would have been pointing my camera at Cag when it happened instead of Allison.
Yeah. All right, are we ready to go back in?
Let's go back in.
Not to mention this door is massive and creepy. Me too. I'm almost a little nervous to even walk down in here.
We're coming back.
Can we come back in? Here's a question for you. Do you think this was the original entrance? Or do you think they had to come down these stairs?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, maybe they, at a later date, knocked a hole in this wall and put these metal stairs in.
Yeah.
I think probably originally they had to come down these stairs.
So it would have been even more isolated down here.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's collect this stuff.
Let's do it.
Head on to the next.
Let's do it.
Next up, the solitary confinement cell block where we just saw Allison and Cag. I'm excited.
All right, so Ryan, we finally made it over here to the women's.
Yes, we did. The women's and solitary confinement. So back when they did have women here, this was the cell block in which they housed them, separate on a separate yard. And then when they moved the women out of here, this became the men's solitary confinement. They added these doors that were high security, even with an exterior door on the bars. So it was like punishment. There's no toilets in here. So kind of like the hole, you know, they would give them a honey pot.
I got it.
You got the REM pod in there?
Yeah.
Wow. Hello?
Did you not like being locked up over here? What was that?
That sounded like something just knocked on this.
That wasn't you?
No, I just stepped right here. This is what I did. I went. But this is not, like, this is concrete.
Yeah.
That was like a knock on this case right here.
What was that? What was that?
That sounded like something just knocked on this.
If there's anyone in here with us, you can let us know that you're here by lighting up or touching one of these devices that we have set up around the building. Just like that. Thank you. Ryan, you got that recorder?
In my pocket, yeah. I'm gonna put sear right here. Can you please take a step back from that?
Just for a second. We want to talk with you, but we need you to step back just for a minute, please.
Oh, that's interesting.
Thank you for stepping back.
It's like a hearse of some kind.
That's weird.
It's like a white, either that or a limousine. Now, of course, this is a car museum now, like an automobile museum. Is that one of the cars that's over in the showroom? What in the hell? Again.
That's weird.
Unless it's just like a natural creak that happens. Rolling EVP session. Solitary. That's me. Placing a recorder there.
All right, you seem to want to talk to us. Ryan laid down a device that you can put your voice onto, we think. So if you have something you'd like to say, you can go ahead and say it. Can you start by telling us your name? Earlier, I asked you to touch one of the devices in here if you could hear us, and you made that red light go off right there. So does that mean that you can hear what we're saying?
Looks like clouds with birds flying in it. Like storm clouds. What did you do to get thrown in here? Is this one of the men or the women talking? Again.
We had two friends in here earlier who came in to talk to you.
Ooh. I asked, what did you do to get thrown in here? And I see it's like a tile floor with like blood on it.
Really?
Yeah. Is that an image of what you did? Go ahead and listen back. Shadow figure. Really nothing on EVP that I could tell. But that was interesting. I mean, not only that tile floor, which looked almost like a crime scene type situation, but also there was that really distinct shadow figure that came up as an image on there. Let's see what comes through on here.
Yeah.
Is there someone here with us?
My name is Dave, and this is Ryan. What is your name?
Whoa. That sounded like a woman's voice just said Ryan.
I heard that too.
Yeah, that's my name.
Did I just say leave me?
It sounded something like that. Leave something.
Do you want us to leave?
Got a child's face. It's time.
We thought you would like to have somebody to talk to in here. Is that not the case? Was this cell yours?
Try and use this box I have in my hand to come and speak to me. Dave and I will be able to hear your voice come through here. It said, I didn't do.
That's weird.
It was a woman's voice, too.
I heard that.
Were you innocent?
Did you hurt somebody else while you were already in prison here?
In heaven? We got an image.
Oh, no way.
Is that a hallway full of rooms? Looks very institutional.
It does. Are you still here with us? Can you light up one of these lights again like you were before? What if I count down for you? And on one, I get to one, touch one of these bright lights. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or not. We just came here to try and talk to you.
I swear that just said Ryan again.
Really?
Yes.
Are you trying to talk to Ryan? He's right here.
I'm right here. Or was that your name?
What was that? That sounded like it again.
Hello? What's your name? Was it hard to be locked up in here?
Who is in this cell right here? Right where the red light is. What's your name? Can you try to touch the red light again like you were earlier? Ooh.
That's a creepy picture. That's like a prospector. Murphy, McCoy, Sanchez, Sarah Hughes, Edith Colby, Francis Steele. Are you one of the women that was locked up in here, or are you from the time this was solitary confinement? Now there seems to be a lot more women's voices when before there was a lot more men's voices.
Who are you? What's your name, please? Can you tell us? There's also like a dedication to a woman back here. But I don't know who that is. Whose cell was this right here? What do you miss most about the outside world?
Dude,
Did I just say we're innocent?
it's just said we're innocent.
That's crazy.
That is creepy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you were locked up in here when you were innocent. That must have been really tough. Dude. Dude.
Did I just say we're innocent?
It's just said we're innocent. Earlier we had a woman's voice say didn't do it.
Oh, yeah.
And now it said we're innocent? What did they accuse you of doing that you were innocent of? Ma'am, please tell us.
That was a knock right in that cell. Who was that just knocked? Can you tell us your name, please? Can you tell us how old you are? Do you know that you're dead?
Is there something we can do to break you out of here? Can we have a riot or something, or maybe an escape? REM pod. As soon as I said that,
Which one?
I don't know. I heard a REM pod.
You want to start a riot? Or plan an escape? Light those lights up if you want to do that.
It's gone so quiet on the spirit box now.
Yeah. We'll break you out of here if you want.
Should I keep going or?
Whoa. Is that a door? Something. Tripwire. Who's over there? What's your name? What are you doing? That could just be the building creaking because it's getting colder outside. But
Right. You know what else is very bizarre? Seer has very much slowed down too.
yeah. We're going to be leaving here soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa.
I mean, could I have done that?
No, you're not close enough to it. Like, you're well outside of the range of that.
I mean, like with my booming voice.
I don't know, try it.
We're going to be leaving here. No.
Thank you. Do you want us to stay? If you want us to stay, can you light that up again?
I think it's a good time to call it a night.
Yeah, I think so. We have another big investigation tomorrow night, so we should probably, now that everything has gone quiet here at the Montana State Prison, maybe we should go and get some rest up and be ready and fresh for our big investigation tomorrow.
Yes.
So, we grew up investigating prisons at the West Virginia Penitentiary. There was so much history. There is so much history to be told in these institutions and these buildings, especially one like Montana State Prison that was built to try and tame the Wild West.
Absolutely.
Some real unsavory characters were incarcerated here in the early years, and even up until it closed, there's a long history of just frustration, anger, violence, and a lot of dark energy trapped in these walls. But
yeah,
as it seems, there's also the history and the possibility that some of these people could have been innocent that were locked up here.
Yeah, I mean, that is always a possibility.
That voice that I heard that sounded like a woman's voice said, "We're innocent," that came through was just so clear and so chilling. And then what we captured down in the hole will probably go down as one of the creepiest experiences we've ever had on our paranormal quest.
Yeah, that was insane.
So I don't think we can top that. I think we captured some really compelling stuff here. That was me, sorry.
Oh my God.
I was talking with my hands and I brushed your arm. Did you see the look on his face? He about
Oh man, I thought I got.
But yeah, we captured a lot of very compelling things here. And the Montana State Prison is some place that if you are ever in Deer Lodge, Montana, that you should come check out. If you have a chance to investigate here, most definitely
Oh yeah.
come here and investigate.
Oh yeah, totally worth it.
It is. And so with that, we're going to end the night, and thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Paranormal Quest. This was a lot of fun, and we hope you had a lot of fun. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and make sure if you're new here, subscribe to the channel.
Oh yeah.
And don't forget to go over to Adelaide Haunted Horizons and subscribe to their channel, because they have a lot of cool videos up. They go to a lot of cool locations, and they themselves invited us out here on this trip to the Wild West, and we would not have wanted to investigate these places with anyone else. They're some of our dearest friends, and every chance we get to meet up with them, we love it. So go subscribe to them.
Do it. Go subscribe to them.
And if you watched all the way to the end of the video, make sure you comment.
Turkey Pete is really neat. Comment it. Turkey Pete is really neat.
Turkey Pete is really neat.
That's
Thanks,
all I
guys.
got.
Thank you so much. Don't forget, peace, love, and ghosts. Paranormal Quest style. Bye!